What? Stop it.
Mm-hmm. We've been saving a lot of money ever since we switched to Progressive.
This bar is legit.
And now we get an even bigger discount from bundling home and auto.
I need these for this.
It might take a minute.
Okay, let the hook down.
I'm standing still. Gabrielle, Chanel, the new fragrance
At Macy's.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by the 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, it is the bar. And by Bright House Financial, established by MetLife. We'll give you the Dodgers lineup as Chris Taylor walks to the plate. Brought to you by State Farm. It's Chris Taylor, then Corey Seager, then Justin Turner. Typical look for the Dodgers with Cody Bellinger, Yasiel Puig, and Jock Peterson, who's dialed in this postseason, at least here toward the end. And now the back end of the lineup, Logan Forsythe, Austin Barnes, and Rich Hill pitching and batting ninth against the right-hander who has set an incredible standard in his time with the Houston Astros, Justin Verlander.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. He has dominated the postseason with his fastball. A lot of foul balls the first time he faced the Dodgers. Will the Dodgers make the adjustment, and will Justin Verlander bring his slider more into play the second time around?
Chris Taylor goes after the first pitch and pops it up into right center, slicing to Reddick. One pitch, one out. So you know Reddick is out in right on the rest of the group. To his right, it's George Springer in center. And Marlon Gonzalez in left. Around the infield, it's Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, and Yuli Gurriel. Ryan McCann does the catching. The batter against Justin Verlander now will be Corey Seager. And he normally loves the first pitch. And we'll see if we get two pitches and two action. Prior to this plate appearance, 14 times. In his 22 plate appearances, he's gone after the first pitch. Left side of the infield is wide open. Bregman way off the line, like a shortstop, almost shaded up the middle. Seager power hitting shortstop tied up on a pitch down and in, strike two. And there's the slider. So the Dodgers have a dilemma. You're not going to wear out Justin Verlander, so you might as well be aggressive. The thought would be get his pitch count up normally and get into the pen. Well, there's going to be no more action for Justin Verlander for the most part. He's in there until he can't get the job done anymore. He does have one complete game this postseason. That game against the Yankees in Game 2. He's 4-0 this postseason, 9-0 as a Houston Astro. Through 4 previous World Series starts, he's gone 0-3. As a rookie in 2006 against St. Louis, he was 0-2. Went 0-1 against San Francisco in 2012. No decision here in Game 2. The 1-2 to Seager. Able to lay off that pitch, 2-2.
Seager, as aggressive as he is early, he has really been a tough out when he gets 2 strikes. We saw the home run he hit on Verlander in the 6th inning, a fastball away. Different conditions tonight. That would be much more difficult to do.
Got him on the inside corner, 2 out. We'll bring in Justin Turner, and I think we should talk about where the Astros stand here with their bullpen. They have so many question marks in their pen. Their closer, Ken Giles, has been put on the shelf, at least in that role. Who knows if we'll see him again in 1, maybe 2 games here in Los Angeles. The guy who likely will back up Justin Verlander tonight is A.J. Hinch's listed starting pitcher for tomorrow, Lance McCullers Jr.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a roll of the dice. You can understand why he would be in that position. Now, the toughest decision I think AJ's going to have to make is when to pinch hit for Verlander. Turner pops it up, and that is a quick and easy first inning for Verlander.
Attaboy, Verlander.
Pitches.
Very
Struck
good.
out
Good
Seager
pitching.
along the way, and after one on Halloween, no score.
Give up, Skeletor. You're finished.
Curse you, He-Man! You interfering imbecile!
Give us one good reason we shouldn't vanquish you to another dimension.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Switching to Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance.
Huh, he does make a point. I do like to save money.
Catch you on the flip side!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Welcome. How's it going?
Hi.
Okay, so you've got two friends here.
Yes.
This is the J.D. Power Award for dependability. Now, I want you to give it to the friend that you think is most dependable.
Wow.
It's just not fair.
Does she have
She
to?
doesn't have to. No, but it's a tough choice, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, luckily, Chevy makes it a little easier because it's the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row. That's amazing. Chevy's a name you can trust.
We are the driven.
The dedicated. The overachievers.
We know our best investment is in ourselves. We don't take no for an answer,
We fight for what we want.
even for the things that were once a given. Going to college
Buying a home,
and not being in debt for it for the rest of our lives.
but we're only as strong as our community.
Who inspires and pushes us to go further than we could ever go alone. So far, get there sooner.
Alexa, play my road trip playlist. Alexa, order duct tape.
Alexa, play Emily Nelbert Radio on Sirius XM.
Alexa, play PGA Tour Radio on Sirius XM.
Beautiful second shot.
Did you know you can still get a refreshing any size soft drink for just $1 at McDonald's? With the days getting shorter and your to-do list getting longer, you'll enjoy this ice-cold deliciousness more than ever. Hurry over to McDonald's.
It's time for Scott's MLB Pitch Hit and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Get your community involved by hosting a local competition for the chance to compete in the finals during the 2018
tomorrow,
All-Star
first
Week
day
in
of
Washington, D.C.
November.
Sign up for free at pitchitrun.com.
Little months are in
Second
November.
inning rolls in, no score. The Astros get a one-out hit by Alex Bregman.
That was like a bear, doesn't it? Diamond.
The gesture he made in the direction of Yu Darvish after the home run in Game 3. By the way, Yu Darvish would get the ball as it stands right now in a Game 7 if there is one. Yu Darvish could not have handled that situation better. Gurriel suspended for 5 games to start next season.
Murray Hart's
Did
got a
not
big
have to suffer
LA
the
sweater on.
suspension here at the World Series.
Jersey or something. Great big one.
Here's a 1-0 from Rich Hill. Ken Rosenthal, I know you have more on the situation.
Gurriel offered to personally apologize to Yu Darvish, but Darvish basically sent word back saying it won't be necessary. And it's so interesting, Joe, you mentioned how well he handled it. It was Darvish's worst start, and yet he never stood taller.
Good point. Breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 1-2 on Gurriel. That's the hardest pitch to hit because it looks like a ball the entire way out of his hand. And the late movement catches the strike zone. Gurriel checked his swing. And a great pitch after a high curveball. You go with a high fastball.
Oh, Larry
The
King
general rule of
sitting
pitching
there.
is if you have a high fastball, a swing and a
I
miss,
can't
or a
even
foul
hardly
ball,
see.
follow it up with a curveball. If you have a low fastball,
I can't
follow
even.
it up with a slider to drop the same
I never
plane,
had
and
one.
that's what the hitter's looking at. He recognizes the last pitch location-wise. Popped up behind the plate. Barnes has room. Bellinger comes in 1 out.
Mom, there's 20 people watching.
Before tonight's game, a couple of legends here for the Dodgers came out for the ceremonial first pitch. The great Tommy Lasorda and the 1988 World Series MVP Oral Hershiser, who, man, every time Tommy needed Oral Hershiser, he said yes. Yeah. McCann takes a strike. Quite a run Hershiser went on, and obviously those Dodgers went on to win the World Series. They're hoping they have some of that magic left to win 2 more games. Ryan McCann calls it back here, strike 2. I actually think it's a little easier for left-handers to follow Hill's curveball, even though he gets a lot of swings and misses on it, than a right-hander at times. McCann flies one out to the left. Peterson back to Griffin. Well, you look at the numbers for Oral Hershiser in 1988 for the postseason. 3-1 save, an ERA just over 1, 3 complete games, 2 shutouts, and the NLCS and World Series MVP. I can see why. Started it and finished it. Wow. No such thing anymore, really. A little different around here these days. A little different. For the Dodgers, they have a tremendous bullpen. Their pitching staff is weighted down there with really tremendous arms as Marwin Gonzalez takes the ball up and away. But as we said in the open, there's some fatigue down there. And rightfully so, when things don't go according to plan and you stretched out a little bit more than you anticipated, the cumulative effect comes into play. Hill throwing well, 1-1 strike on Gonzalez. This series will be different. The Astros are 1 for 23 and an 0-2 count. But that one was this man's home run off the Jansen. Tie the game in the 9th inning in game 2. That's strike 2. Gonzalez not in on the fun 2 nights ago in Houston. It was some game and a lot of fun, but he is 0 for his last 10.
Ooh, almost got it.
Please subscribe and like this stream.
And Rich Hill is matched up with Justin Verlander tonight. Scoreless for 2 with Verlander, then this man Puig. And Peterson coming up, no score.
Subscribe and like it.
You're a brave man,
that
Mr.
long.
Stevens. Your testimony will save lives. Mr. Stevens, this is your new name. This is your new house and a perfectly inconspicuous SUV. You must
Like this video.
invisible.
I'll take my chances.
Bushel and a peck, though you make my heart a wreck, and you make my life a mess, make my life a mess, yes, a mess of happiness.
While other insurance companies just see a house, State Farm sees the home you've worked really hard for. So why not give it the protection it deserves? State Farm.
You get a song and sing, you will understand. Come on, you love, smile on your brother and try to get together, try to love one another right now.
When you say wallpaper, most people think doilies and cabbage roses. We wanted to make wallpaper cool again.
One of the greatest challenges of running a small business is having to do a little bit of everything.
Office 365 really lets us collaborate in real time.
once a client sees a 3D rendering, they get it.
You don't need to be so much math involved with wallpaper. The math feature is so amazing.
Love Teams. It simplifies communication from everywhere. It makes our 10-person company feel like 50.
I like that math.
Traders, they're always looking for advantages. The smart ones look to Fidelity to find them. We give you research and data visualization tools to help identify potential opportunities, so you can do it this way. Or get everything you need to help capture investment ideas and make smarter trading decisions with Fidelity for just $4.95 per online U.S. equity trade. Fidelity, open an account today.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by YouTube TV. Cable-free live TV is here. So is the bottom of the second, and so is Cody Bellinger. Game number 2, and this is a rematch of it. Somehow finished 7-6 in 11 innings.
Nobody could have predicted that. Somehow it's right.
A game that featured 8 home runs. And the first of 2 extra inning games. After game 2, we went to Houston. Now after game 5, a 10-inning game. Final of 13-12. Houston, we're back in LA. On a cool night. First pitch is strike, and now another on a foul, straight back, strike 2.
So lesson to all the young, dynamic, great arms that are coming in the game and want to pitch in the big leagues for a while. If you have velocity, that's great. But if you have velocity and command, you're looking at it. Justin Verlander, the combination of both, the ability to pitch deep in the game.
Bellinger has had success. Did so down in Houston by serving the ball the other way. That kind of got him going and hit a home run just over the wall in a right center field in that crazy game 2 nights ago. Had a 4 RBI night. 3-0-2. Straightens him up. 97 from Verlander. And see how it is switched, and it switched once he attacked BP differently, and then took that opposite field mentality into the game. That started in game 4. Here's a 1-2. Getting a hit sometimes can change the computer, the mind. Getting a hit was crucial because he was going in the wrong direction, swinging wild, missing a lot of pitches. You see what he's done differently since getting a hit in Houston. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Verlander. The leadoff man is gone for the Dodgers here in the second. Well, he went upstairs and he went downstairs, inside, and the fastball still has good life. It's been great all postseason. It's been great ever since he's been with the Houston Astros. Controlled aggression and controlled adrenaline for Justin Verlander here, and an opportunity to close it out. With 1 out, Quinn takes a strike. Yasiel has done the majority of his damage in the postseason here at home at Dodger Stadium. He's hitting just under 400. He hasn't faced many like Verlander. That's upstairs, a ball and a strike. And there are the numbers this postseason, so it has followed suit. Verlander, a couple times in the last couple of years, struggled with mechanics, the timing of his hand. You see when he's got the glove, he's got the classic wind-up, leg kick, long arms. Everything has been in sync the last 2 months. In the air to center, Springer is
He didn't get it.
And the Dodgers hit their first hit of the night. It belongs to Poirier.
The hardest place for center fielders is the ball straight out. You see where he broke, and that's all it took to not have that closing speed. Such a good athlete, Springer. If the ball's to the right or to the left, you can read it a little bit better. At least that's the great Andrew Jones. Learning from him and standing out there and shagging.
They're always so afraid it's going to get mild, you know, and so they won't die for it.
Perfect read. Now John Peterson, who took Verlander deep in the 5th inning in Game 2. It was not the fastball, breaking ball that he hit out. He had homered since the end of July until that home run in Game 2 off Verlander. Spent some time in the minor leagues. He was an all-star 2 years ago. Ended up hitting 11 home runs for the season. And he looks like a different hitter. Yeah, for whatever reason, maybe more selfish in the regular season in his approach, meaning no matter what the count is, I'm trying to hit the ball out of the stadium. He's actually tracked the ball about as good as any guy in the lineup for the Dodgers. He's a different hitter now. It's a home run from Game 2. They had a slider, a bad one, the only bad one from Verlander, really. Peterson with a 9th inning 3-run home run in game number 4 in Houston. And the hole here 1 and 2. You know, I told the story about him learning how to play the game of pepper during the last year and a half. And the first couple times he did it, no one was safe in the stadium. He was hitting line drives. He didn't understand, and he started working on bat control, how to hit the ball to 5 different areas that people were standing to, and trying very difficult processing in the middle of the season to start getting the bat on the ball a little bit more often. When you play pepper, there's a lot of tools used for a pitcher and footwork, but you're basically soft tossing the ball in there, and then it's the batter's job to hit the ball back to the, let's just say, an infielder standing about 20 feet away in order of where they're standing, right to left, then left to right. It's teaching you how to have command of the bat, something you did not. We're set up here at 1 and 2. I'm just telling you, you know, when you watch scouting reports and videos, he swings to that pitch about 80% of the time. So that's the kind of recognition he has right now. Even though he wanted to swing, he held that back. His body was trying to go in one direction. Just a little bit closer to the plate for Justin on that pitch, and you'll get a different result out of John Peterson. And now a meeting on the mound. Correa is going to come in, make sure if they're going to change anything, let him know. He's kind of the captain out there. He'll let the rest of his infielders know if the signs have changed. This has been going on all series and really all postseason, and the ability for teams to try and figure out a way to decode the signs they're getting. Ray, the shortstop on the other side of the bag. Bregman, the only infielder on the left side. Time called before the pitch. And granted by home plate umpire Dan Iasonia. That was a little bit late, but Justin went ahead and threw the pitch. Looked like a changeup that he had. Those are always the things you do. All right, does he come back with another one? One of it, he did come back with another one.
to baseball for Justin Verlander. Chevrolet is the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row.
Hey, Quinn.
Much of the opportunity to go through a lineup the first time, you try not to show the hitters a lot of different ways you're going to get them out. He hasn't broken out the curveball yet. Sliders in, a few changeups, and that good fastball we've seen all postseason. Another 2-2 pitch. Got him looking to. There's the curveball. You try to have things in your back pocket, but when your guy is on your pitches and he makes a couple good takes and he takes some pitches foul, that change of speed in the breaking ball was perfectly timed. And there you see the rotation. There you see where it starts. Signature pitch for Justin Verlander.
Hard to believe Verlander, as Logan Forsythe digs in, through the end of July was 5-7 with an ERA of 4.5. With Detroit, 14-1 since. And since the 20th of August, 11-0 with an ERA of just over 1.5. Forsythe takes a strike.
Well, I'm just talking with him and knowing what pitchers go through the season. He was struggling with mechanics. Maybe some teams like Cleveland had his pitches maybe tipping a little bit. You go through and you look at all the checks and balances, and then once it clicks, keep it as long as you possibly can. He has perfect timing.
There are those numbers since the 20th of August, including this postseason. 98 strikeouts to 17 walks. The ERA, the opponent's average, 11-0. Up and away, a ball and a strike on Forsythe.
Come on, Dodgers. Yeah, come on, kid. Everyone, please like and subscribe to my channel. Like and subscribe.
You mentioned Justin trying to get his first World Series win, but whenever you're in an opportunity to close a team out, that particular game should be the longest game you ever pitch, and should be the most fatiguing mentally, because there are so many things that you want to stay locked in on, and of course you never want to give up the lead, so you're working so much harder than you would in a regular season start.
In for strike 2. And Verlander knows the situation down in the bullpen. I mean, if you know Justin at all, and we've gotten to know him over the years, he's out there with 9 innings on his mind.
Absolutely. But he's had that mindset throughout his whole career. See, he hasn't started his career in the kind of essence of where we are today philosophically. So that's always been on his mind.
I think we've talked about this every start he's made that we've had, that he was kind of the first starter in this last wave of pitchers who would save that higher velocity for the late innings. And just when you think he's tiring out, he's rushed one up there in 97, 98. As Forsythe fouls it away. In 2011, Verlander was 24-5 with an ERA of 2.4. The Cy Young Award winner and the MVP. But Joe, I think more guys can do that today. They're gifted. Beyond belief, they've got that arsenal. They just don't know how to do it and trust it because they're taught from clubs. Throw everything you have as much as you can, and we will take care of the rest. There's no more thought of saving a little here or there. Fly ball into right. Reddick is there. That sends Game 6 into the third inning.
Mom.
Astros will have
There's a
Reddick, then
hundred
Verlander, then Springer, no score.
It's the holiday home stretch, the festive finale, and this family's getting Paropa pumped for these last gifts. Yup, total family freak out. That's what the right tech will do. Other things it does, multiplayer magic, awesome sauce, and hands-free housework. This holiday hookup is all thanks to this in-home advisor and one-of-a-kind selection only at Best Buy. Open this last.
I think it's terrific. Your kids go to college and you start trading.
Yeah, 5 years already.
5 years. You ever call your broker for help?
Once, when volatility spiked.
And?
By the time they got me an answer, it was too late.
TD Ameritrade's elite service team can handle your toughest questions right away. With volatility, it's all about your risk distribution.
Good to know.
Thanks, Mike.
We got your back, Kate.
Does he do that all the time?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes spots have the couch.
Help from real traders, only with TD Ameritrade.
I've got a problem, but I just can't eat. Verlander got his stuff going. Yep. Yeah, he's pitching good. Did we get a big hit? No. The guy had to hold up. He's afraid he's gonna,
Impressive performance.
let it get by. It hit right in front of him. He had to come a long way, so it was a kind of a fluke. Left field? Center field.
He wasn't born here. That fact never once crossed his mind. And 4 times he put himself in harm's way to save the living blood. Since 1925, I've been proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit.
This is Google Home Mini. It's the Google Assistant for your house, so it gets you. If you mumble, it gets you. If you talk like this,
Comment down below what team you're going for, Astros or Dodgers, and like the stream.
Really? Play my playlist. Oh yeah, it also knows the difference between you and him. It's Google Home Mini and the rest of the Google Home Mini.
Happy Halloween! Great fits. Regular jeans are ready for Halloween. The only question is, are you? Ready. New styles, great fits.
Time changes
KC
Sunday.
Mobile is now donating over $2.4 million to home runs for hurricane recovery. Fans, you just keep
Back
doing
in
your
the
part.
fall.
T-Mobile will keep donating. Tweet or retweet. #HR4HR. Another $2 will be donated every single time. He'll back to work. Josh Reddick took a strike. Verlander on deck, and then back to the top of the order. Springer.
In the second inning, I said, each one of them got a single.
A looping breaking ball is flipped into Shield left center. Taylor waved off Seager or yelled at him enough to get him away 1 out.
He went in from right field to left field.
Oh, he was screaming because he did
that.
Taylor.
He made a heck of a
Big guy. Seager. I mean, Chris Taylor, as Verlander swings through at strike 1, Chris Taylor was an infielder and had never played outfield as a professional until this spring training.
Mary Hart's got a big LA.
He's taken over center field.
Put a jacket
He's done
on.
an amazing job. He's done an amazing job just kind of changing his career at the plate. Huge hits for the Dodgers this year and a lot of power.
Yeah. This is way down.
Verlander had a hit this year during interleague play. He is out of the way in his mind of a strike, and it's 1-2. Hill, breaking ball, struck him out. And for Rich Hill, strikeout number 3. During the regular season, at least in our time frame, you would throw 3 fastballs to the opposing pitcher, knowing you were going to get three back. If anyone broke that code, it was on.
then it's strikeout city. You just go to. You don't do that in the playoffs, though. A little disclaimer. Here's Springer. He's had good World Series, George Springer. 7 for 22 now after he struck out his first time, with 3 home runs and 4 RBIs out of that top spot in the lineup. Fly ball into right. Back is pointing at the
It's in there.
It's gone. Home run number 4. And Springer has made it 1-0 Astros here in the third.
Good ball player, Mike.
In these conditions, that was a bomb. I mean, it is hard to go to right field. The way he did it, he sat back. He knew it as soon as he hit it. Guys, Lenny Dykstra from 1993. The most home runs from the leadoff spot in a World Series. Bregman hits it hard. Kicked by Seager. And got it. Able to recover. And A.J. Hershiser
run all the way. Yeah.
We're going to make sure he was out.
That ball went way inside. He should have run it out. Yeah, he's out. About half a step.
See when it hits the back of the glove. Now. And he looks to be out. The Astros agree. But they also strike first with a home run by George Springer into right. Bottom of the third inning rolls in. 1-0 Houston in Game 6.
What's along what you can and cannot say on billboard?
I'd do anything to catch your daughter's killer. I don't think those billboards is very fair.
The police is too busy eating Krispy Kremes to solve actual crime.
What's the matter with you for saying that stuff on TV?
Hey guys, please like and subscribe to me. That would mean a lot to me. That would be awesome.
Even the dentist today, of course, everyone has billboards. Radar.
Search for a really strong glue that's clear.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Clear glue. Clear Gorilla Glue.
Of course. Gorilla Glue strength in a crystal clear formula for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Singing, singing in the rain.
So I got one question for you. Do you believe in you? Because I do. I believe in you so much, I've already booked the tickets all the way to the championship game. Because we're not.
Well, the next thing is they're on the bus going home.
When your plans change, our fees don't. Behind every story is the reason for transparency.
Spirit in the wood, make the hollow pain. Spirit in the wood, take away the pain. Make the body right and the light again. I sing below.
That garbage is scheduled for tomorrow. I don't think if it goes. That's what they were saying earlier.
We are not here to sit idly by. We are here to leave a mark. Experience a shift in the natural order. Experience amazing.
1-0 Houston on the strength of the home run by George Springer. What a World Series he's had. Fastball poured in for a strike from Verlander. Underway at the bottom of the third inning. Austin Barnes and Rich Hill. Then Chris Taylor. Barnes 3
for 16 in this World Series. In the hole, 0-2. 8 for 8, Verlander. First pitch strikes, and he has deviated from his fastball command and his fastball effectiveness. You would think the Dodgers getting a chance to see him the second time might make some adjustments on the fastballs. Here's the 0-2. Three straight fastballs. The count 1-2 on Barnes. Just 3 for 24 against right-handed pitching this postseason. Waits for 1-2. Fouls it away.
Yeah, really a home run.
Really? That makes it pretty stupid.
Similar to the last time, Hill and Verlander.
He missed it.
Homer by Bregman. Early lead of Verlander. And then Peterson tied it up.
I gotta go feed my goats.
1-2. Out to bad. Lead on man is gone. With Rich Hill coming up, we'll show you the home run he just gave up. StatCast, powered by Amazon Web Services. And when that ball left the park, they were going crazy. Down in Houston, those great fans are packed into Minute Maid Park. Look at that. That's unbelievable. And just as unbelievable as that home run, but not where it went. Equal distribution for Springer. 16 of his homers to left, 11 to center, and 12 to right. That's how you lead off and change the leadoff spot with power. 39 home runs all in for George Springer this season, including postseason. Here's a bunt try by Hill. Come back, Rich. George Lombard, the first base coach.
Get your mask fixed.
Says catcher walk back to the plate. He didn't know this was foul. He went a long way.
Guys, let's try to get to 100 likes and 100 subscribers.
I don't know, Mike. He's been around a lot of teams.
Obviously, as a pitcher, and whatever you can do. It's the playoffs. Playoffs.
Well,
One out of nobody on. Here's the 0-2. Shortened up and just slapping at it. Still 0-2 with Chris Taylor on deck. Trying to get to Altuve's height. Crouched down, just right on top of the plate.
he swings funny. He punches it.
Well, let's say this for Rich. He is not conceding this at bat. No, he's trying to make Justin, if he can squeeze out 4 extra pitches to get him out, it's kind of a win. Foul tips it into the glove of McCann, and that's strikeout number 4 for Verlander, 2 out. This has been a World Series, especially those games in Houston, where when the Dodgers did something, the Astros answered. The Astros answered, and they flipped, and the Astros did something. Dodgers had to answer, but they did. We'll see what Chris Taylor does here after the 2-out home run by George Springer in the top of this 3rd inning. And for those who don't follow baseball on a regular basis, that is not normal. That just does not happen. Many pitchers tried to find a way to stop it, and they just couldn't. So 2 out. Strike 1. Taylor with the 1 home run in this World Series, and that came on the first pitch he saw from Dallas Keuchel in Game 1.
Good pitch.
Strike 2.
pitch. And take it there, Dodgers. We love it.
Altuve, Correa. Gurriel coming up for the Astros, leading by 1 into the 4th we go.
Some say a walk-off is unexpected, but not for Bryce Harper. Because this moment took years of sacrifice, hours in the cage, and a lifetime between the lines. To dominate the field, you gotta put in the work. At T-Mobile, we push the limits to build the nation's most advanced LTE network that just keeps getting faster. Unexpected? Not to us. T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. Peanuts! Peanuts? You kidding me? This guy's selling peanuts? I used to eat peanuts. I also used to wear pistachios. Where's that, right? I mean, who wants to eat a food that starts with P and ends with nuts? Peanuts! Pistachios! Alright. Experience the best looking Marvel movie.
Phenomenal.
It's a small finger, a worm, like a tiny sword,
We're not going if you're not ready, because I'm not staying out all night, so you better
no,
hurry up.
10 seconds.
A stick, a walking stick.
Sorry, it's a tandem bicycle.
As long as sloths are slow, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jose Altuve is like a great player with a major energy upgrade.
I could use a major energy upgrade.
Like upgrade. Exercise bio energy is hot and powerful, just the right size. Like me.
But if you're here, how are you also out there?
Stupid dumb thing. Upgrade to extra strength 5-hour energy, official partner of the MLB All-Star Game.
Hi, Dad.
In Game 2 of the World Series, Cameron Maybin stole a base and gave all of America something to cheer about. Free tacos. So run into Taco Bell Wednesday, November 1st from 2 to 6 p.m. to score your free Doritos Locos Tacos. Steal a base, steal a taco. Only at Taco Bell.
Fast-acting ZQL liquid caps help you fall asleep fast. Like, stop staring at the clock fast. Like, stop worrying about your boss fast. Like, wow, you're already asleep fast. When life keeps you up, ZQL helps you fall asleep in as little as 20 minutes.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by T-Mobile. This postseason, there's
Okay.
a new leader in
Altuve
network.
struck out
T-Mobile,
first
America's
inning.
best unlimited network. And by
Oh, yeah, he
Geico,
missed
15
him.
minutes
By
could
the
save
way,
you 15%
the guy got him on the
car
curveball.
insurance.
But he
Earlier tonight,
got
Garnett
started.
King Jr., a member of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Los Angeles Challengers Clubhouse, delivered the game ball to Dodgers legend Ron Say. Boys and Girls Clubs alumni Hall of Famer and Tony and Emmy winner Courtney B. Vance. To learn more about Boys and Girls Clubs, go to bgca.org.
Man, he swings good. He swings hard.
One strike underway in the 4th inning as the Dodgers now have allowed at least 1 home run. In all 14 games this postseason, a 2-out shot by Springer into right has Houston up by 1.
I know I'm not supposed to be surprised by that, but that is surprising.
Then somebody on a night like this, we had
Roll
rain.
outside.
It's in the mid-60s. Heavy air could shoot one out the other way.
Yeah, and just the fact that they give them up every postseason game. Oh, that's amazing.
Here's a 2-1. Altuve. Right after one, out of the strike zone, 2-2.
He was thinking bird ball. Yeah, he was. Come on, little man.
Altuve struck out his first time. This time he runs to Seager. Tough play. He got it.
I didn't see it into the play.
And we'll see if the Astros want to look at that.
Man, can he get down the line for his size and the power, speed? This is closer than it should have been. Wow.
Wow.
He's out.
Just got him by less than half a step.
There's been 2 runners batters that got out about the same time.
Look how fast he is.
5, 6, and
That
4.
rascal can go.
Okay, Curran.
Rich Hill, who was just busting it down the line in the bottom of the third inning. There's one in there for a strike to Correa.
StatCast had Rich Hill at 24 steps and Altuve at 48 steps.
I'm just making that up higher. You know, lie to a national audience. I mean, not that that doesn't happen on TV every day, but here's the 0-1. Well, that's straight two. How about the hot zone for Carlos Correa?
Look at all their
Down
keys
below the
sitting
zone,
there.
get him chasing. And certainly, there's two spots
And then
where you might be able to get the high fastball inside or outside, but don't leave it fat over the middle. 0-2. High fly ball into left center. Taylor to his right. Correa 0 for 2.
All right, we'll get a victory here. We're gonna get one.
I will leave this video running, but it'll probably go too long. So, bye.
And the batter is Gurriel.
You gonna leave it like that, run? Do it?
Yeah.
I would think you'd be real aggressive here on the first pitch fastball. It's amazing his splits on the year. Fastball hitting off the left-hander versus
My bad, guys.
so much better against right-handed pitching. That's how Rich Hill had a night August 23rd in Pittsburgh this year. Through 8 perfect innings, an error by Logan Forsythe in the 9th inning ended the perfect game.
Bye, guys.
Went 9 hitless innings
Happy Halloween.
and lost the no-hitter and the game on a home run by Josh Hershiser. A home run in the 10th.
Get a bunch, dude.
1-0 final.
Okay.
Rain coming down
When
here
she eat
at
late,
Dodger
when
Stadium.
she eats
Just
late,
a
I
light
doubt it.
minutes.
If she don't eat, yeah, come on, have some food.
That's the first time since Pedro Martinez in 1995.
Oh, okay.
Left-hander who actually came up in the Dodger organization and
Okay,
taken a no-hitter
do that.
into extra innings.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You just can't say anything to a teammate when that happens. You just gotta kind of give them 24 hours.
Here's the 0-2 quick pitch, and it's down and away. 1-2. Gurriel popped up to the right side his first time. The Dodgers in the bottom of this inning will have their big bats, Seager, Turner, and Bellinger. Into right, Puig is coming into his left, and that'll do it for 3.5. And Rich Hill pitching very well, but matched up against Justin Verlander tonight. Turner will bat second. In the bottom of the 4th, 1-0. Astros on top.
Name. You will picture me in your head. Can you see my skin, my age, my beliefs, address? You imagine this place. Because where I'm from, change how you see me. When you get to my experience, will you see how qualified I am? My skills. Don't imagine what I might be. See what I can do. Search for greatness. Search Indeed, the world's #1 job site.
No service. Make sure you've got coverage where it matters most. Switch to the smart choice, Cricket Wireless, and get a network you can count on at a price you can count on.
Well, like most of you, I bought a house. Now I'm turning into my dad.
I text in full sentences.
I refer to every child as chief.
This hat was free. What am I supposed to do? Not wear it?
Next thing you know, I'm telling strangers defense wins championships.
Well, it does.
Why is the door open? Are we trying to air condition the whole neighborhood? She said bundled home and auto on an internet website, Progressive.com.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto.
I mean, why would I replace this? It's not broken.
An alert from Wells Fargo, $107 at Doggy Lover's warehouse. No, I would never. Doggy Lovers, please. You know me. I don't even know where that is. Look, I'm replying deny. See? Oh, come on. Hello?
Wells Fargo, I did not make that purchase.
I didn't do it.
I'm so glad you caught that.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Here's the thing about this game. It doesn't matter who you are, how big, or how small. It doesn't matter where you live, or where you come from. It's everyone's game. If you want to play, you can play. Your team's waiting at playball.org.
Welcome back to the World Series, presented by YouTube TV. Cable-free live TV is here. And so is Corey Seager, and strike one on a foul on a play left side. Seager, Turner, and Bellinger, three guys who can even this game. As the Dodgers tonight try to even this series with the rain coming down ever so gently at Dodger Stadium. Well, both pitchers have been on their game. They retired together all the 7 leadoff men. 19 of the 24 first pitch strikes. Verlander's 11 for 11. And 9 0-2 counts between Hill and Verlander here in the fourth. Restoring some order to this series as Seager fouls it back on a 96-mile-an-hour delivery, strike 2. Game 5 was crazy. Bullpens were basically empty. Benches were empty in a good way. No fighting. 13-12 was the final. In 10. So 9-1-0. Houston leading. Bottom of the fourth. 1-2 to Seager. Inside. Just inside. 2-2. Easy to Gonzalez and left. Seager 0 for 2 in this game, 5 for 22 in this World Series. Ashton and Mila are here. Vin and Sandy Scully, 67 seasons. As the voice of the Dodgers, the great Magic Johnson. Member of the ownership group here with the Dodgers. There's another Sandy, the great Sandy Koufax. 4 titles with the Dodgers. The fiance of Justin Verlander, Kate Upton. John Hamm with the Cardinal hat on. Of course, Hamm has a Cardinal hat on. Wow. Turner takes a strike. The Astros have done an unbelievable job against Justin Turner. You see where he stands at the World Series. They have pitched him tough. They had to have success against this Dodger lineup. At 3:22 during the regular season. A ball and a strike. By the way, A.J. Hinch told us coming into this series, our profile and our security have increased since the trade for Verlander with the fiance to be named later, Kate Upton. When she showed up, their profile went up. Not just on social media, but as a team in the American League, and you talked about it, that trade told this Astros club, the front office believes in you, ownership believes in you, and let's go try and win this thing.
they're in a great spot, and they became a legitimate threat once that move was made. You could feel it throughout the whole clubhouse. They're in position. So with 2 strikes, you talked about some of the numbers in that previous game. So there were a total of 13 two-strike hits combined in the first 4 games of the World Series. Game 5 had 15 two-strike hits. That's how crazy that was. 10 for the Dodgers, 5 for the Astros. Unbelievable. Another 1-2. No! Turner checked it on a pitch just down and away. 2-2. Great slider here. And I don't know how he held up, but it looks like he did. Great job by Turner. 2 strikes, he will go the other way. He's always looking to pull, but with 2 strikes, he's fighting off the pitches and trying to go the other way. 2-2. Struck him out on a pitch down and away, and that is 6 strikeouts for Verlander through 3 2/3. Much better slider this time around. The conditions are different. He pitched in a much firmer, or I should say warmer temperatures. Fastball command's been great. 4-seam slider coming out of his hand. Slow-mo doesn't do it justice. When those seams are coming together and make a dot, that's bad news for the hitter. Verlander now up to 4th place in the all-time postseason strikeout list. All inside. Again, when you think about the greats of all time, more opportunity now with more rounds in the postseason. There's that guy to my right on the top of the list, irked that he was 1 shy of 200. Always got to say something while I'm playing. There's a 1-0. Bellinger takes a strike. I mean, what would you have tried harder? Yeah, I picked on a pitcher. There you go, Atlanta. That's why you only won one. Here's a 1-1 with 2 out. Big swing by Bellinger, strike 2. Bellinger trying to tie it up here with 2 outs. Fastball inside. Little tail. You see, got the bottom half of the ball. Struck him out over the inside part, back-to-back strikeouts, 7 on the night for the 34-year-old right-hander who is dealing again. 1-0 Astros after 4, back after this from your local Fox station.
You know what the original meaning of Bedlam is? A facility for the insane. An actual madhouse. Imagine what happened when 2 schools go at each other's throats every fall for 113 minutes. Exactly. Bedlam, Oklahoma State. Saturday at 4 Eastern on FS1.
Your old prescription and over-the-counter drugs have expired, but does it really matter? Rich Rodriguez uncovers drug expiration myths. Thursday on Fox 26 News at 10.
In the all-new 2018 Camry, going there is as much fun as getting there. Lease one for $219 a month. Toyota Safety Sense and Toyota Care comes standard. Toyota, let's go places.
This is a story about doers, energy, and the world's most productive farmland, Fresno County.
Yes, County.
Where doers do everything from almonds to oil to being the raisin capital of the world. Fresno's got tilling doers, picking doers, and shipping doers. And all that doing takes energy. And the doers at Chevron have been doing energy
right here in Galena
for more than a century. Doing along with them, and Parker. Don't forget about me. Never, George. Chevron, helping supply the energy doers need to keep Fresno County doing.
It's a great day to play.
And another chance to say thank you for all you do.
Maybe you've heard it all before, but we can't thank you enough.
Thank you for helping us honor our veterans, for taking the classroom to the great outdoors,
And for always caring about our community.
Happy 30th.
Happy 30th.
Happy 30th, Table Mountain.
And thank you.
Listen closely. You can almost hear the wraps stretching from the double meat of the new Subway signature wraps. But don't just listen. Eat! Subway signature wraps. Each just $6.99 for a limited time.
At AutoZone, our Fix Finder tool helps you check your engine light on the spot.
Looks like an O2 sensor. If you need a repair shop, we can help with that too. I guess I didn't have to wait a whole month to get that checked out, huh?
You said it came on yesterday.
Let's get you what you need.
No detours too far at worry-free Toyota. Just announced, get 0% APR for 72 months, plus 1,000 cash back on RAV4 and RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota safety sets and Toyota Care come standard. Toyota, let's go placing.
Well, Rich Hill gets to work into the 5th inning. Ryan McCann hits one into right field. Queen can't get there, but he cuts it off and holds McCann to a single. McCann takes Rich Hill into right. The leadoff man is on for the Astros here in the 5th inning as they lead 1-0.
Well, the reason that's big in this part of the lineup, you want to clear the deck for Verlander, meaning you got to get him up this inning. So a base hit and no double play would mean that Verlander bats, and then you got the top of the order to start clean if nothing else happens.
Reddick on deck right now. It's Marwin Gonzalez at the plate. Grounded out to third his first time. Hit the ball hard right at Turner, who is rather close to the bag. Breaking the ball for a strike.
Problem for the Dodgers here and Dave Roberts is he doesn't have the luxury of letting Rich Hill get in and out of too much trouble this point forward. So that's the pressure that Hill has, because Verlander has shown no signs right now of wiltering, or at least being human, because his fastball command and dominance has been quite obvious to this point.
A one pitch, breaking ball, hit fair, past third. Down the line by Gonzalez. McCann will dig for third. That's as far as he can go on a double by Marwin Gonzalez. Second and third, nobody out.
Well, the drop-down pitch right there, not a favorite of Dave Roberts when Hill does that. You can understand him doing that maybe against a left-hander, but against a right-hander, he's going to see that a lot better. And McCann easily gets into third. Now, you can wiggle your way out of this by getting Reddick, and then, of course, the pitcher's on deck. So this is the key to the inning.
Ball outside to Reddick. First base open. Verlander next. As the Astros look for some breathing room for Verlander here in the 5th.
For Hill, he knows he's got to think strikeout against Reddick.
Oh, 2-0. Hill struck out 7 through 4 innings in Game 2. He has struck out 3 through 4+ here tonight.
Reddick, the former Dodger, takes outside 3-0. So even though the count's 3-0 and there's a base open, you've got Verlander on deck with the bases loaded. You don't give in to the count, meaning you don't lay one in there thinking he's taken.
3 balls and a strike.
Threw that to the corner.
Brandon Morrow getting loose for the Dodgers in their pen. Here's the 3-1 to Reddick. Down the line, slicing. Full count.
That would have been a tough decision, I would think, for Peterson if that was catchable and what to do.
Well, he's got McCann running. He's the guy at third. So no guarantee even on a fly ball out that the run scores. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out 1 away. And a big one for Rich Hill. Well, that was huge. That was the sweeping angle curveball against the left-hander. Watch how much he gets spinning the ball that almost starts out and sweeps out of the zone. And a big strikeout. The infield's going to be in for sure now. Trying to read whether there's a safety squeeze with McCann at third. I'm actually surprised that Bellinger is not further in. I know McCann doesn't have the great foot speed, but what you read as a third base runner, if Verlander's able to bunt and push it past the pitcher to towards first base, it's really hard to make the play at home. The 0-1 to Verlander. Strike 2. Pitch. Andy Pettit is the last American League pitcher to get an RBI in a World Series game. He did that back in 2009 when the Yankees beat Philadelphia. Whew, they're going to give us another bad one. Second and third, 1 out. Hill to Verlander. Struck him out, 2 out. Outstanding job. They'll bring in George Springer, who has hit 4 home runs, in essence the winner in Game 2. And then he's gone deep. With a couple shots to right. Here in these games at Dodger Stadium after hitting 2 back in Houston. And an intentional walk to Springer. That's how hot he is right now. The inning belongs to Bregman, who is on the short list right now for potential MVP if the Astros win it. Well, you know he loves this, and Dave Roberts is going to come out, and Rich Hill may not love this. Is it a conversation or is it a move? It's a move. "58 pitches tonight." You hear the displeasure from the crowd here at Dodger Stadium. Hill. 2 fewer pitches tonight than in Game 2. Morrow comes in. Bregman coming up with a bases loaded, 2 out.
Today, we're out here with some big news. Jardiance is the only type 2 diabetes pill proven to both significantly reduce the chance of dying from a cardiovascular event in adults who have type 2 diabetes and heart disease, and lower your A1C. Wow!
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration. This may cause you to feel dizzy, faint, or lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, and trouble breathing. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of ketoacidosis or an allergic reaction. Symptoms of an allergic reaction include rash, swelling, and difficulty breathing or swallowing. Do not take Jardiance if you are on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Other side effects are sudden kidney problems, genital yeast infections, increased bad cholesterol, and urinary tract infections, which may be serious. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you have any medical conditions.
What do you think? I think it's time to think about Jardiance. Ask your doctor about Jardiance and get to the heart of what matters.
Hello. Let's go for a ride on a Peloton. Let's go grab a couple thousand friends and chase each other up the hill. Let's go make a personal best, then beat it with your personal better than best. Let's go bring the world's best instructors right to you. Better yet, let's go bring the entire New York studio live. Let's go anytime, anywhere, with anyone who's willing. And let's go do it all right here. Ready to go? Peloton.
So, Verizon and Google have teamed up on the Pixel 2. It's a match made in tech heaven. It's like Verizon is the oil and Google is the balsamic.
No, actually, they separate into a suspension.
It's more like the Google Pixel 2 is the unlimited storage.
The Verizon is the best unlimited plan.
What if it's like H2 and O?
Yeah, like that.
I had a feeling I would score with you guys. Good meeting.
When you really, really want the best, get the Pixel 2 for up to $300 off on Google's exclusive wireless partner, Verizon.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
You look at the batters faced by Rich Hill this postseason in the games that he started. To say that he's frustrated doesn't even begin to tell the story for Rich Hill. You see tonight, 19 batters faced, just 58 pitches, but he leaves with the bases loaded, 2 out. You got strikeouts of Reddick and Verlander, the intentional walk to Springer, and Morrow will deal with Bregman. 98. Back to the upper 90s fastball for Brandon Morrow, who got knocked around in the 7th inning in Game 5. He faced 4, that homer, single, double, 2-run home run, and Bregman had a single in that stretch.
Well, the day off certainly going to help Morrow, and that's what Dave Roberts is hoping in this situation.
Bregman, big at bat for the Astros. To the shortstop. Seager hanging over. Hill cheering in the dugout as Brandon Morrow gets out of that. Second and third, nobody out, and the Astros do not score.
We all depend on us.
Chevy truck. We think it's because Chevrolets are the most dependable brands.
Built to last a long, long time. With durability. I like the extra power.
Nasty power! And think they make them strong.
Extra strong.
Mile after mile.
We make it look easy. We make it look good. When everybody sees it, things never take a look. So celebrate yourself. Celebrate. So celebrate yourself. Don't feel so great. We make it look good. We make it look good.
Introducing Budweiser's limited edition 1933 Repeal Reserve. A rich amber lager based on a recipe halted by Prohibition that we share with you this holiday season.
No one makes retirement less scary. Getting a check every month. With an income annuity from New York Life, you pay some money up front and then get checks for the rest of your life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 checks. Be good at life, New York Life.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by YouTube TV. Cable-free live TV is here. And by New York Life. With the right guidance, everyone can be good at life. Bottom of the fifth inning rolls in. How about Saturday, a full day of great college football on Fox and FS1 with Penn State taking on Michigan State. 11 o'clock is the pregame Fox coverage, and then it's Bedlam as Oklahoma and Oklahoma State going at it on FS1 at 4 Eastern, followed by Minnesota and Michigan. Big day of college football as Puig hits it high in the air to right. Reddick back to get it in front of the track. One pitch, one out. And more ho-hum from Justin Verlander, who has had the ability this postseason to make it look easy. And he has to see the numbers right there. 7 Ks, no walks. Command's been impeccable, and his ability to stay out of high-stress innings has really been the case as well. The Dodgers just avoided their first scare of the game. Bases loaded. Second and third, nobody out. And they got out of a huge jam to keep it at 1-0. Now Jock Peterson. Pitch number 60 on the night. Inside. He's just done a great job, not only going strike one, but staying out at the heart of the plate. He's been in, up, out, and nothing really to give the rhythm of the Dodgers something to see or hit or square up. That's down. Puig took that first pitch into right. Took his time getting back to the dugout and then went right over and he was standing next to Turner Ward, his hitting coach. Two on to Peterson. Got under it. A mile high, shallow left, top play. Gonzalez has it. 2 out. Tom Bernucci, that fastball is cooking for Verlander again.
Yeah, a matchup the Astros really coming into this series. Verlander's high fastball against a lineup that likes to hit the ball in the air with high launch angles. You see these fastballs, they are underneath, either fouling them straight back, getting under it, or missing them completely. Now, Verlander's got a great fastball, no doubt. It's even better in the postseason. His velocity and his spin rate have gone up. Now, why is spin rate important? Well, a four-seam fastball has true backspin on it. The faster it spins, the more it fools the hitter. It doesn't drop as much as a hitter thinks. And that's why you're seeing the Dodgers get underneath the baseball. They've hit one ball on the ground in this game.
2 out, nobody on. Logan Forsythe took a strike. Now Kenta Maeda gets loose. Morrow got out of the jam in the top of this fifth. 2 out, nobody on. Outside again, it's 2-1. Forsythe has become the choice for Dave Roberts. Likes his at-bats of late. Defense has been excellent. No Chase Utley. Forsythe in there hoping to make something happen. Forsythe likes his at-bats lately. As he fouls it away, he said, I did not have a good year, but by the end of the season, I started to figure it out. And in this World Series, now 4 for 14 after he flied to right his first time up tonight. You know, it's amazing asking the managers what you find out about players and how does that affect moving forward. Where's their heartbeat? Does the game speed up? Do they allow it to slow down? All these things are going to be factored in as the series ends and moves towards the next year. Right now, a quick word from T-Mobile.
For every home run during the World Series, T-Mobile will donate $20,000 to hurricane recovery.
Here's a 2-2 from Verlander and a grounder foul outside third. Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate evaluation for these players, young and old, and A.J. Hinch knows a lot more about his team now than he did a month ago.
Absolutely, and you learn by doing it, because we already told you that only 3 of the players between these 2 rosters have been in the World Series before. Two. Great take. Great pitch.
Struck him out, and that's 8 on the night. Got the 3 balls on the hitter for the first time tonight, and then blew it right by the bat of Forsythe. Let's go to the 6th inning, game 6. Still 1-0 Houston.
Oh, you're back.
Is this my car? State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous.
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up.
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong, but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Alexa, play Finn's birthday playlist.
Okay.
You get to be here today, right? Yeah, of course.
Alexa, cross pinata off my to-do list.
I checked off pinata.
Alexa, show me a nearby pizza place.
Alexa?
Alexa, thank you.
My pleasure.
Nothing gets a family's full attention like my freshly prepared chicken. The delicious KFC $20 filling with 8 pieces of extra crispy chicken and sides will surely get your kids off their phones. And they may even look at you, their loving parent. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You gorilla tape that? No, why? Gorilla tape. Of course.
Gorilla Tape is 3 times stronger for a hold that lasts. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
You don't remember me, do you?
Doc, an old mom buddy of mine. I saved his life once.
You never saved my life. Oh, man. My son's gonna be buried in Arlington. I was wondering if you guys could come with me.
You're gonna take Doc back, try to make it fun.
You guys ready for an adventure? Let's go. You're right. I love it. It's like the official center of the city.
Things are coming to your ear, not to you. You're there for your brothers.
That's all that really matters.
Last Flag Flying, rated R, in select theaters Friday.
When trying to save for the big things in life, we tend to start small. Less of this, cut back on that. But if it feels like a lot of effort for a little gain, change that. Start with something that makes a big difference. Your student loans. Refinancing with SoFi could save you over $22,000. It's the easiest way to reach your life goals sooner. We've helped over 400,000 people. We can help you too. Find out how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com.
Pizza with Pepsi. Delicious.
Nothing like the ball season.
Welcome back to the World Series, presented by YouTube TV, as we highlight George Springer and realize that he has homered. You see the top line of our Budweiser game summary, 1-0 Astros on top for the 3rd straight game. And all of his home runs in this World Series have tied the game or put Houston on top. Verlander is the 2nd note, and then Rich Hill, who got into the 5th. Started trouble, started to get out of trouble, and then gave way to Brandon Morrow, who's back. To work to Altuve, leading it off here in the 6th inning in a 1-run game. Well, Dodgers couldn't ask for more other than lead because they knew they were going up against the hottest pitcher on the Astros. Verlander hasn't disappointed. Tony Watson got versus Altuve. Fouls it back, strike 2. Jose Altuve hit an RBI double and scored on a 2-run shot against Brandon Morrow in the 7th inning of Game 5. But AJ would like a few more runs to give him breathing room to make a decision that could ultimately change the way this series goes based on finishing the game if Verlander doesn't go 9. 0-2. Altuve spoiled it. 23 of the 26 Astros home runs this postseason have been hit by homegrown players. Altuve with 7, Correa 5, Bregman with 4, Springer with 5, Gurriel 2. They don't scout well and look for talent. Find guys who can hit. Everything's been pointed toward 2017. Even Sports Illustrated 3 years ago picked the Astros to be the World Series champs in 2017, and they're 1 win away from fulfilling that prophecy. George Springer, who was homered tonight, was the guy on the cover. Here's the 0-2. Ball no. Up and in. Checked his swing, ball 1. What they're hoping to do is reward the patience for a lot of fans who had to endure a lot of losing. And speaking of which, Altuve had to have a lot of that losing. June 30th, 2014 issue of SI. They were 2017 World Series champions. Ben Reeder wrote it. And you're right, that's the third. Turner. Nice pickup. He's been busy over there. 1 out. You see the longest active MLB championship droughts. You get the Indians, who haven't won since '48, coming so close last year. Texas Rangers haven't. The Houston Astros haven't. They came in '62 as the Colt 45s. They got to the World Series in 2005, representing the National League, and they were swept by the White Sox. Here they are as the AL champs, and here's Correa. Strike 1. How about these 3 games here at Dodger Stadium? Game 1 was 1-1 after 5. Game 2 was 1-1 after 5. It ended 7-6, by the way, in 11 innings. And here tonight in Game 6, 1-0 Houston after 5. These fans here, much like those games, wait to explode